Hi, Math and Hair with Martha, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips in order to keep your hair healthy. But don't worry if you do one of these things and then I'm just literally going to tell you to stop, because I'm not going to do that, because obviously that would just be mean. I'm going to give you advise you to stop and then give you an alternative which does the same, gets you the same result, but isn't bad for your hair. So tip number 1 is to basically, when you go to bed, you can try and put your hair in 2 braids or 1 or whatever. Just sleep in plaits, because then when you wake up your hair won't be really knotty as mine always is if I just sleep with it down. So if you put it into 2 plaits and then go to sleep like that, and then when you wake up your hair is so healthy, it's just, it doesn't overnight become so healthy, it just keeps it healthy. Obviously it wouldn't just in one night make your hair healthy, that's not what I'm saying. It's saying it's just keeps it healthy so it doesn't get all knotty and everything. So I'd really recommend that if your hair gets really frizzy and knotty and maybe it's really long and you just can't really control it. If you sleep in plaits, or if you can, you could, even in the day, you could put 2 plaits in, or a braid, or whatever. But plaits I would really recommend. So just put your hair in a braid, 2 braids, French braids, any braid. It just keeps your hair really soft and healthy. Now, if you don't know how to do a braid, then I do have a video. It was actually my very first video. It was a year ago. I do sound a bit different and I'm kind of shouting at the camera, so I do apologise for that if you watch it. But, it does show you how to do a normal braid if you don't know, or maybe you forgot and you just want to be reminded. So yeah, you can watch that. It's just on my channel and then you have to scroll down quite a lot, but it's there. So that's number 1, put your hair in plaits more often. Okay, so tip number 2 is to try and wash your hair about 2 to 3 times a week. If you do wash more than this, then your hair will start to get really greasy. And when you do wash your hair, you take oils and greases out that because you got too much of them. But if your hair does need some grease to be healthy. So if you wash it every single day, there's going to have no grease, and it's taking all of the grease out, so then your hair is going to think, oh, I need some more grease, so then it's going to produce so much more grease, and it's just going to be really, really greasy. Okay, so don't wash your hair every single day. Wash it 2 to 3 times a week. And tip number 3 is to try not to use too much product in your hair. Now, if your hair is really flat, it's really thin and quite flat, and you want to give it a bit of volume, you don't just want it to hang there really lank, all lank and stuff. So I actually, like I said, I have an alternative. So instead of using something like this, like a dry shampoo or something, instead you could, and this doesn't involve any heat or product or anything. You just take your comb and you just lift a bit of your hair and just back comb it slightly. You can see it just gives it so much more lift and volume, and you can do that all in your roots and it really just lifts it, and you literally don't need any dry shampoo or any product at all. So you can easily avoid using product by back combing. Yes. If you use product for another reason, like flyaways or something, flyaways, you could use I really should have got all of this stuff out before I started, but never mind. You can use a water spray. Now, water is really, obviously it's harmless for your hair, so you just get one of these spray bottles. I have a mini one. This one's from Superdrug. You can get it in pink, purple and blue, if you're wondering. And this is actually a gardening one, and it's so much more powerful. You can see that's that one. I don't even know if you can see on this camera. And then that's that one. But yeah, if you're having trouble with flyaways, spray some of this on and it just smooths it out, instead of using something like a serum. So So it's just so much better to use water. And these are really cheap. These are a little bit more expensive, so probably just get one of these. But yeah, so you could use water, you could back comb instead of using products. So that's okay. So tip number 4 into keeping your hair healthy is not to use too much heat. Now if you use too much heat, then your hair is easily going to get damaged, so obviously you don't want to. So try not to straighten your hair every day if it goes a bit wavy. Just leave it, put it in a ponytail or a bun or whatever. You could just put it up in a bun, like put a headband on, and it will kind of distract from the fact that maybe your hair is a little bit like having a bad hair day. Or what I normally do when I'm having a bad hair day, I just put a hat on. Yeah, sorry, I just got cut off there. I was just saying that if I'm having a bad hair day, then I will put a beanie on, and it just kind of distracts from the fact that my hair has gone crazy. So yeah, that's another tip. Now this is kind of tip number 5. I'm counting it as tip number 5. It's kind of a going along with the heat topic. Basically, you want to use a heat protector. If you don't use a heat protector before you straighten or curl or blow dry your hair or whatever, your hair is just going to get damaged, because if you think about it, it's just the heat and your like bare hair. If you put a heat protector on, then it protects your hair from the heat and it's not going to get damaged. If you think about it like a wall, this is kind of weird, but okay, this comb is your hair, and this is the heat protector, and this is the blow dryer. Okay, kind of weird, but okay. This is the blow dryer. So the heat protector isn't there, you haven't put it on. Your blow dryer is just going to damage all of your hair, but if the heat protector's on it, it's not going to get damaged. So think about it like a wall, then you can kind of see more why you need a heat protector. If you're kind of struggling for which one to get, like you don't know which ones are good and something, I do have a recommendation. It's the Tresemme used by I don't really need to read that. Heat protection up to 230 degrees, and it's a heat advance. This is just what it looks like. I got it in the mini one because the big one's really expensive, and you only need a little bit of it, so there isn't really any point getting the big one. This one's better value, so I just got the mini one. I'm just gonna put it there and you can see it. On the back it says, spray evenly through damp hair, use a brush to pull hair straight, blow dry from roots to end. So that's just like blow drying. But this is really good. I use this every time I blow dry and straighten my hair. It's really good, and curl it if I'm going to do that. So yeah, this is a really... Okay, so the last tip to keeping your hair as healthy as possible is to use a regular oil. So the oil that I use, you've probably seen this before in my previous videos if you watch them, but it's the Garnier Ultimate Blends the Marvelous Glow Oil with Argan and Camellia oils. It looks like this. It's just in a little pump, and it's really, really good. What oils basically do is protect the ends of your hair, especially if you're working on growing your hair like I am. I kind of want it to be here. So if you use an oil regularly, then it's going to help with those split ends and, kind of get the process of your hair growing along a bit quicker. So that's really good. Even if you're not growing your hair, it still keeps you from getting split ends, and it just keeps your hair soft. I normally, I'm not going to put some in now because my hair's curly and it might mess up the curls, but you just rub a bit in your hand, then just go to the ends like this. Just what I do is sweep it over to the side, rub it like this, sweep it over to the side, rub it like this, and then any excess just put on the rest of the hair. I did actually go into a little bit more detail about this in my hair care routine video, so you should definitely watch that if you want a little bit more detail into my hair care and all the stuff that I use particularly for my hair. This is just kind of a general tips video on, just tips to keep your hair healthy. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I do know that it was a little bit similar to my hair care routine, but in this video, like I said before, I was just kind of doing a more general to everyone and not really the stuff that I particularly use, though I did have a few recommendations like these, and yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share and everything. If you subscribe, then all you need to do is press the big red button, subscribe. It's kind of hard to miss once you've logged onto your YouTube account, and then you get notifications every single time I make a video, so you never miss any. And yeah, you should like and everything. Follow me on Instagram at Hair with Martha to see more hairstyle pictures that I kind of just do to experiment and just try it at home. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye!